Well, folks, it looks like Biden is planning to give nearly $500,000 per person to immigrant families that were separated after illegally crossing the border. This would mean giving away hundreds of millions of dollars to people who are not even legal citizens. In other news, former New York Governor Cuomo has been charged with touching an aide and is expected to be arrested next week. Learn all about the fall of Governor Cuomo. So, folks, we have a lot to talk about today. Here on the Daily Mail, the following story says, Biden administration is considering awarding $450,000 per person to families separated at the border under Trump's zero-tolerance policy. The ACLU, which represents the families, has identified about 5,500 children separated from parents at the border, and the total potential payout could cost $1 billion or more. Folks, that is a lot of money. In a time when America is facing inflation, a supply chain crisis, joblessness, and economic suffering, they are telling us that we won't have a Thanksgiving or a Christmas because things will be so expensive, there will be no presents for your children, for your friends, for your families, for anybody. This is why Biden's new $1.75 trillion reconciliation package is doomed to fail. Now, we're going to talk more about this. We're going to break it down. Before we do, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like the content that I make, please share these videos with your family and friends. And now, a quick word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a convenient and easy trading app where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and stocks. Join Webull today and deposit $5 to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,400. Folks, it's basically free money. All you have to do is click the affiliate link down below in the description, deposit $5, and you could get up to $1,000 in free stock. Join today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. Let's jump right in, folks. Here, the story says, the Biden administration is considering paying out a whopping $450,000 per person to families separated at the southern border as it tries to settle lawsuits with migrants who say the policy caused them lasting psychological damage. Psychological damage? What about my financial damage? You know, I was browsing Twitter about this payment plan from the Biden administration to people who illegally cross the border, and man, there were some spicy takes. People were saying stuff like, the only thing they deserve is to be deported. I mean, wow, that some people were saying that. And I honestly have to agree. These people are not citizens of the United States. They have no legal rights as far as I'm concerned. The law may view it differently. Who are they to be suing? How are they suing people? They're not citizens. What is this? They're not U.S. citizens. I don't see how they have any right to any legal damages. They are here illegally. They are breaking the law. Officials from the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and Health and Human Services are considering the payments that could total close to $1 million for 2 people within the same family. People familiar with the Wall Street Journal said. So basically, this is per person. It's not even per family. Like, oh, we separated your family at the border. We're going to give you $500K, just about. No, they're saying per person. So if you've got a family of 5, that's $2.5 million. Woo! Guess we have a lot of money in the dying economy. America's facing absolute destruction. So the American Civil Liberties Union, which represents separated families, has identified about 5,500 children separated from their parents at the border during the course of the Trump-era policy. Now, this sounds really bad. It really does. But the entire reason that we have the policy of separating children from families is because 9 times out of 10, they are not actually family. This is a very important point, one that the story glosses over. Children are used by the cartels to smuggle in illicit goods. They are also trafficked in human trafficking, bought and sold. And often, illegal migrants know they will get more sympathy if they bring a child and will have an easier time immigrating. There are many cases where an adult will bring a random child that they abduct or buy or obtain and then just abandon them at the border once they've gotten in. Very serious problem, folks. So this policy could easily cost over $1 billion. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let me explain to you just how bad this could get, especially if they expand these policies. Right now, there is another story that's currently developing, like breaking news. Check this out. Pregnant women and 1,200 minors in migrant caravan of 5,000 people are granted permits to move freely into Mexico and are given shelter as the group continues on day 6 of a trek to the U.S. border. There's currently another migrant caravan coming to the United States. You've got Africans, Haitians, Central Americans, and South Americans, all wanting to come to the United States. Now let's say that families get separated at the border. Maybe Biden is not going to separate families, and again, you don't actually know if these children belong to these adults. I'm using this as an example. Let's say that half of these people were separated in their families. So 2,500 people times 455,000 equals, let me see here. Yes, a very simple $1.1 billion. Yes, folks, it would only cost $1.1 billion. It'll never cease to amaze me just how dumb Democrats are with them saying F Trump, Biden 2024. Really? This is what you want to vote for? For billions of dollars to go to people who should not even be here? While Americans are suffering. Americans, they got a measly, $1,400 check? I don't even remember anymore. I want to show you guys the brand new front page image on Time magazine. It's extremely insulting to the American people. Check this out. Here on Twitter with Disclosed TV. New. Time cover photo shows empty chairs next to Biden in front of a post-apocalyptic doomsday scene after yesterday's warning from a dinosaur at the UN. So take a look here. The world's on fire. There's a storm. It's snowing. People are sitting. Everyone is cardboard for some reason. What is this, folks? Last call. What does it mean? Well, it's simple. They're talking about climate change, and this being our last chance to save the world via a global reset. That's what this is, folks. The supply chain crisis was caused by Biden. Hyperinflation is being caused by Biden. The Democrats are trying to take away all of your wealth. They're stealing from you and your children, and they're taking that money. They're taking those taxes and they're giving it to illegals crossing the border because screw America, screw Americans, and screw you. That is what the Democrats stand for. That is what they believe in. And that's what this image is about. Ironically, I think it's pretty funny because I think this image is accidentally red-pilled because it shows you how Biden destroyed the entire country. Literally on fire. And storms. Now, I want to segue a bit to other news. Andrew Cuomo has been charged with forcibly touching an aide who claimed he groped her breasts 2 months after being pushed out by Letitia James, another political candidate trying to get his job. Now, I have so much criticism of Andrew Cuomo. He single-handedly ran New York City into the ground. He turned it into a lawless wasteland, but worst of all, during the COVID pandemic, he put people sick with COVID in nursing homes, killing thousands of elderly people. Modern-day mass murder. And Andrew Cuomo's being charged for allegedly touching someone's boob? Are you kidding me? Now, this really isn't the biggest of deals. They're charging him with a Class A misdemeanor. Ooh, a misdemeanor. Big deal. He's basically probably just going to get away with it. It's just a sham to his name. I think he deserves it, but I want to see him arrested for the elderly people he killed when he moved sick COVID patients into nursing homes. This dude is a murderer as far as I'm concerned. But that, my friends, is pretty much the story. Everyone is talking about this. The last thing would probably be Biden's reconciliation bill. We've been talking about it for a long time. Currently, they've taken more and more out of the bill as both Democrats and Republicans have said, no way, Jose, we don't want to pass this bill. It's now down to $1.75 trillion. The House is delaying voting on the infrastructure package again. Now they're talking about a new surtax on the wealthy of 5% of anyone making more than $10 million per year. The bill's a disaster, folks, but that's pretty much what you can expect from the Biden administration. Let's hope it never passes and Biden and the Democrats go down in flames. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar, as this channel is currently not monetized. It relies on viewers like you. Anyhow, thanks for watching, folks. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time.